Automatic here because I think you are on YouTube.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be careful. But this is something it's in their own papers. This is what they plan to do. And not long ago, there was the administrator of NASA, Charles Bolden, in an interview. Actually, it was a speech. He said, we are going to have a fake. No. He said there will be an alien invasion by the year 2025. So that means that before 2025, that means that it has to be done from now until the end of 2024. Guess what they did? They fired him immediately. But then they realized that they can't control him if he's out there on his own. So they rehired him and put him on a permanent sick leave. So now they can control him and what he says. Because he's got 140, 60, I don't know, $300,000 monthly salary that chances are he will not let go of.
Sure. And they do that a lot. What they do is they believe that they can, part ways with somebody, and when it doesn't work out to their advantage, they put them under NDA or some sort of, payroll benefit that they can't get out of. And it's funny how a lot of things come down to money. And to me, a lot of these people who are capitulant to the money don't really have a care for humanity, right? Like they'll let whatever happen because they're getting money and they're feeding their family. And I get that too, that they're feeding their family. But for something the size of this and the magnitude of which they're trying to pull off is absolutely insane that money. And not only that, now with the way that things are looking, the money's not going to be even worth anything soon. They're going to transfer it over to something else that is going to be literally, you can be told what to buy, what not to buy. And I don't really want to, I'm trying to be diplomatic myself. We'll do an uncensored version one time and really break it all down and get crazy. But, there's so many things beholden to the dollar. And that's one of the things that we try and strive above, especially on these platforms too, because while we try to make a living at it, the information is the most important aspect of what we do, and awakening the minds and the hearts of people to understand their potential, which is what your book has done tenfold for so many people. And I love that you're going over it with Omar on his channel, chapter by chapter, because there's so much information in the layers of your book. And we say this all the time, but when you read through it multiple times, you pick up more and more and more every time you go. And I know that was your intention because of the way you wrote it. And I can't not mention this every time we speak because it truly is that remarkable. It really is. And this is why I say that we sit at your feet. And when I call you my elder, I don't mean for age's sake. I mean for the fact that you've paved the way for people like myself. So we hold you to this standard that is being set across the globe, and you've broken that, and you've busted that wide open for all of us. So, hats off to you, sir.
Hey, don't take anything away from yourself either. We're doing some of the same things here, and don't put me on a pedestal, because the only reason I maybe a little bit further ahead is because I've been at it longer. I started decades ago, You haven't had the chance to do that. You couldn't start at the age of 4, so...
Well, I mean, I could try, but I don't think I would have understood it. No, but you definitely, there was a model for people like us, and you broke that wide open, which is that we hold you above us because you have that extra information and that amazing amount of knowledge. And there's things that you probably have forgotten about that I've still yet to learn. So... I'm here to absorb all of it like a sponge, how the old saying goes and things like that. But I love your take on the political aspects of things too, because it really is an agenda. And this agenda is repetitious. So the bureaucrats it's a great, full circle moment here when we say the bureaucrats are the one that are instilling this repetitious agenda, which is a reset that happens every 40, 50, 60, 80 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and let's dwell on this for a bit. You know, doing what we do, Rob, everybody can do that. Not everybody does it, but everybody can. All they have to do is to start somewhere. Start a podcast and don't give up. And they're going to be where you and I are. They're going to have the information that can help save a few lives in your community and your country and across the world because they listen to you. This is something that everybody can do. So, hey, folks, go do it. We'll help you.
Always. And I say that all the time, too, Augie. Everybody should have a show. Why? Because it's more perspectives being put out into the public forum, which is the marketplace of ideas. And when we bring these ideas and perspectives to light, more people tend to follow and listen and collaborate. And, you know, everything kind of blends together, like my dots and your dots, and certain dots that you have that connect two of my dots. And now we have a more robust understanding from a multiple perspective synopsis of the entire situation.
Yeah, and by the time we're done, we get more dots. So this is good.
Yeah.
Hey, let me just dwell on Project Bluebeam for a little bit more, because this is something that, folks, listen really close here. You're going to wake up one day, walk outside, and the sky is full of ships.
Wow.
That day will come. It'll come not necessarily from what we do, but the alien presence will disclose themselves when they find out that most people on this ball of mud called Earth know they exist. And I want to tell you a little bit about this document, a 120-page document that is kind of alarming, because they tell us what they're going to do. They have 4 stages of how they're going to roll this out. And the first one is destroy all religions. And what they're going to do and how they're going to do that is that they're going to come up with information, irrefutable information. They're going to say, oh, this brand new information just came to the surface, which of course they're lying. They've had it for thousands of years. That show
what's up, bro?
Religions are wrong. Earth is older than 6,000 years. Here's the evidence. The pyramids on the Giza Plateau is maybe somewhere around 400,000 to 500,000 years old. And here's the evidence. Religion is wrong again. So was Khufu. And they're going to find all these reasons for people to realize that, oh, I have been believing the wrong thing. Now what do I do? Who do I believe now? Of course, I got to believe the ones that tell me all this, which is government. So this is one of the things that they're going to do. They are going to create, it says in their manual, that they can create artificially created earthquakes that will uncover some of the artifacts that prove religions are wrong. And they will rewrite history according to that, which of course they've already done. Now the second thing is that you're going to find holographic UFOs in the sky. And they're going to be all over. They're going to be raising havoc with some of the things here, like shooting down military airplanes maybe and shooting down airliners. Didn't see that's not necessarily in the papers, but they will create fear by engaging the global society. That could be shooting at things on the ground, maybe Air Force bases. I don't know where they're going to create that fear from, but that's their goal, to get people so scared they're going to run to government again and say, oh, please protect us. And there will be demonic possessions, apparent demonic possessions. And that means that they are going to beam. They have a new, they're calling it a new technologies, but that was back when it was written. So a technology called voice to skull communication. That is, they're beaming microwaves to you and they are keying voice in on it. So they're aiming that to your head and you get the microwave, you hear the voices in your head. And one of the things that they are going to do there to make sure the remaining few of the fanatical Christians, they're going to have a holographic image of Jesus in the sky that they talk about. Jesus in the sky, and you're going to hear the voices in your head saying, I am Jesus Christ, your God. You do as the government tell you so they can protect you.
I want to know.
I'm not sure of the language on that, but be something to that effect. So yeah, you will see him. But remember also,
I don't want y'all
these
to leave
people
y'all
are not
thoughts.
Discriminating against any religion.
Please leave y'all thoughts.
They are equal offenders, so to speak. Because if you're a Muslim and you live in Saudi Arabia or if anywhere, you have no reason to see Jesus up there, but you will see Muhammad. Muhammad will be talking to you, and he's going to tell you what to do. And the weak ones, they will do it. And it will cost them their freedom and maybe more. So then there's a third, and that is telepathic or / electronic communication in 2 ways. That is not part of the Voice to Skull program, because that is a one-way communication as far as I've seen it from the patent copies. This is telepathic communication. They have a way for telepathic 2-way communication. So whoever's talking to you, you can talk back and tell them I will comply or whatever they ask for. So this is something to watch for, because this, if they have their way, this will come. And then the 4th phase of the implementation of Project Bluebeam will be universal supernatural manifestations. That will be probably mostly holographic, and you're gonna see maybe things in the sky, or you can see there really is very few limitations now to what they can do with holographic images. They can get so real. You can, in fact, you can feel the fear from it. You can feel the heat from it. If it has heat in it, you can feel the sensations. Yeah. So let's say that they have a volcano going off somewhere to scare people at a distance. It may be real or it may be not. It may be just a short-term fear-induced action they want. So this is coming. And another thing they mentioned, you control their money. That is being done right now. It was done, in fact, the 1st of the month when the Federal Reserve, the Federal Reserve institute this cryptocurrency. They haven't really put it out to everybody yet, but they will. And those that take part of it, they will control every facet of your life if you rely on it. If you do something they don't like, they're going to do like they do in China right now. They're going to cut you off. You can't travel anywhere. You can't go to the grocery store and use it. They control every facet of your life. And that's the last one. Control the people's living. So.
That's, just to start with the unpacking of the 4 aspects of it. And one thing I thought of when you said that they're going to have this 2-way telepathic communication, they could literally beam the thoughts into your head and then use the devices around you to pick up your cognition of what essentially, between the cameras on the phone and listening devices, they can literally surmise a plan that'll make you feel that your emotions and your mental fortitude has been adulterated by some sort of telepathic communication like that too. And the voice to skull was going over a little bit here when we talked about the way that they use